Today is March 11th, 2010, and you're listening to Eric Loubert Horror Movie Reviews. I'm Eric Loubert from ericlouberthorror.webs.com. If you'd like to see the website, go to the link in the description box to your right. Now, today we're going to be talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. To be honest, and it's a true fact, it's one of the best horror movies ever made. Ever. It was made in 1974, which is what I just mentioned, and directed by who's now one of the greatest horror movie directors of all time, the legendary Tobe Hooper. And this was an independent film. It was Hooper's first film ever made as a major director. And like all independent films, it's super low budget. This was super low budget. The cost to make this horror masterpiece was only $140,000. It made $30.8 million in theaters. That's what I call a big payoff. And this movie was raw, realistic, somewhat psychedelic, and shocking for its time. The plot is about a group of young adults that are smoking pot and getting high, and they're just heading for trouble. And these kids are in need of some gas for their van, but the owner of the gas station tells them that they're fresh out. So the group continues on foot. Oh wait, but before they ran out of gas, the group picked up a hitchhiker. And that happens to be the turning point of the entire film. The hitchhiker looks completely traumatized. And not long after they pick this guy up, he kills himself and a member of the pot-smoking hippie group with a straight razor. So after that, the group goes off on foot to look for somewhere they can find gas. And they find an abandoned house. They decide to go in. After they go in this house, the massacre begins. Leatherface, played by Gunnar Hansen, jumps out from the dark and kills another group member. And the plot gets more complex further into this story. Now, the plot of this movie can be quite complex, so I'll have to go in a little bit more detail. This movie is completely full of twists. The town this massacre takes place in is full of psychopaths. Everyone that lives in this town is on the antagonist side of this story. No matter where these kids go to find help, there's no one on their side. You could say that being in this movie's plot in real life would be equal to being in hell. This movie has a raw look, and it makes it look real. It's the best example of the fact which happens to be very true. And I quote, "Bigger budgets don't make a better horror movie." This happens to be the best example of all the horror movies with low budgets. It was shocking and disturbing when it came out in 1974, and it's still shocking and disturbing to some degree today. It's one of the few movies of any genre that has been able to hold up to its original reputation ever since it was released. This movie has had 3 sequels, but they just got worse, and worse as they came out. I give this movie 10 out of 10 for the look and feel of it, 10 out of 10 for the plot, and a 10 out of 10 for holding its reputation for all these years. And thank you for listening to Eric Loubert Horror Movie Reviews. Don't forget to go to ericlouberthorror.webs.com for more material. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and rate this review. Thank you and have a good day.